So this is the outline for today. So may I have a show of hands, how many of you here use Reddit? Okay, perfect. So not many people, right? Okay. So for the benefit of those who don't know what Reddit is, I'll be giving a brief overview of what Reddit is. So Reddit basically is a giant forum, and it is made up of many sub-communities. And in these sub-communities, each of them focuses on a specific interest. And people in this sub-community, they can share content, share news, and even post stuff and comment. So this is how Reddit looks like. Just the content and the content. So Reddit is actually a social media website. It is a social media website. It is classified as a social news website. And how you rate content on Reddit is you use their like and dislike function, which they call it upvote and downvote, which is pretty similar to other social media platforms, likes and dislikes. So below you can see an example of how a post looks like. And at the left side you can see the upvote and downvote buttons. So this is the top 20 websites in Singapore, and Reddit is ranked number 16. But if you compare the average daily time spent on the website, you can see that people actually spend the most time on Reddit as compared to Facebook or YouTube. So the question is, why do people spend so much time on Reddit? Because Reddit brands itself as the front page of the internet. They rank popular content, and they rank popular content on the front page very effectively. So it consistently engages with the people who goes to the website. And usually viral content appears on Reddit first before they appear on other social media websites. So now moving on to Reddit's algorithm. Now, to explain it better, I'll give you all a scenario. So the scenario is, let's say you're coding a website, a content website, and you have many users, and users can rate content, either good or bad, using your likes and dislike button. So how do you rank the popular and the best content at the top of the page, and the unpopular ones below? So the first solution you can probably go with is a simple scoring algorithm. So for each of the content on your website, you take the positive rating minus the negative rating. So for example, I have item A with 100 likes and 20 dislikes. I get a score of 80. For item B, I have 200 likes and 50 dislikes. I get a score of 150. So you put all this on a website and you rank them. Item B actually comes first. But actually there's a flaw to this rating system. Because what if, let's say, you have a new item, item C, which is maybe half unpopular because it has 1,000 likes and 800 dislikes. So it's quite controversial, and 45% of the people don't like it. But yet it has a score of 200, and it will actually rank number 1 on the website. So this is the flaw. Next, you can go with solution 2, which is you calculate the percentage of the positive rating. So for example, item A, you take 100 likes divided by the 120, and you get a score of 83%. You do the same for item B and item C. But however, there's still a flaw with this rating system, because what if, let's say, I introduce a new item, item D, which is new. It has only 1 like, and yet it will get a score of 100%. So it will rank at the top of the page. So this is still a flaw. And one website that actually makes this mistake is Amazon.com. You go to, if you go to the website, sometimes you can see items that has very little ratings, and yet it appears at the top of the page. And then solution 3, you can go with Reddit's hot algorithm. So this is the code for Reddit's hot algorithm, but I'll be explaining it. So this is the formula. So to explain this formula, I'll give you an example. So we'll calculate the score of this algorithm for this post using this formula. So first you need to do is you calculate the difference between the upvotes and downvotes. And what you get is, for this post, you get 335. Next, you calculate the time difference in Unix time. You take the time it was posted minus the Unix default time, and you get this number. Next, you want to check if the number of upvotes exceed the number of downvotes. In this case, the number of upvotes exceed the number of downvotes, so you get y equals to 1. Next, you want to get the max value of the difference in upvotes and downvotes, or 1. So in this case, Z will be 335 as well. Now you might be wondering, where did the 45,000 come from? It actually represents the number of seconds in 12.5 hours. And it is, how the algorithm works is that, something needs to be 10 times, has many points to be hot as something 12.5 hours younger. Yeah. So actually this number is just a random number that worked well, and the developers just went with it. So you get a final score for this post, you get a score of 34,000. So the effects of the submission time actually plays a part, and it has a huge impact. The newer posts will usually always get a high rating compared to the older posts. So you can see this chart here. There is all these posts are submitted at different times. They have the same number of upvotes and downvotes. And here you can see that the earlier ones has a higher score than the ones that are posted later. Also, the formula, the hot algorithm also uses the logarithm function. So for example, the first 10 upvotes will have the same weight as the next 100 upvotes, which will have the same weight as the next 1,000 upvotes. So the first few ratings has a higher weightage than the later ratings. So this is how Reddit solves the problem of the first two solutions that couldn't. So this is the algorithm, and this is how Reddit become one of the most popular social media websites right now. Yeah. Thank you.
Any questions for Mark? So can you upvote yourself to get a higher ranking?
You can.
You can. How many upvotes do you need to do that?
Many accounts.